Hey everybody, my name is Mohit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing great. This is challenge number 6 of solving DSA challenges playlist, and in this video we will discuss an interview problem on reversing a doubly linked list. So before we start our discussion on understanding a problem statement, let us first have a brief idea about how the node object will look like in case of doubly linked list. So I know most of you might be knowing, but still, for those who don't know, this object will have an extra attribute called previous pointer, as you can see. So along with the value and next pointer that we had in case of singly linked list, we will have another property of this node object called previous pointer. So let's say if you are creating node with value 1 and node with value 2, this is how this node object will look like. Okay, so just have this idea in your mind, and now let us discuss the problem statement in detail. So if you see here, we are given a doubly linked list with these 4 nodes, and each node object you can see we have value, next pointer and previous pointer. Okay, and this is the first node pointed by head, and this is last node pointed by tail. Now they are asked to implement a method which will reverse this doubly linked list. But there is a condition given that we don't have to directly manipulate the value of nodes. Instead, we have to play with the direction of the pointers of each node, and the final linked list should look something like this. Okay, this is the given condition as per the interview question. So keeping this point in mind, let me switch to VS Code in order to implement this method. Okay, so this is mentioning same requirement what we discussed just now. So basically we have to create a method called reverse, which will reverse the order of nodes such that first node become last node, second node becomes second last node, and so on. But this is the note given that we don't have to change the value of any node. That means we have to work something on the direction of pointers of each node such that it will ultimately reverse this list. Okay, so let me bring some basic class which is required to implement this method. Okay, so if you observe here, we have exactly similar classes that we have been discussing since our first video for the problem related to singly linked list. So there also we had like node class. The only difference is we have an extra attribute called previous pointer, and this is a doubly linked list class which is exactly similar to what we had in case of singly linked list class. There also we like created a constructor, print list method, and append method. Okay, so these methods are having exactly same logic what we discussed last time. So please go through this code, and if you have any confusion then you can refer my previous video. Now let me implement our new requirement, and I will name this method as reverse. Now if you observe here, since we don't have to manipulate the value of any node, what we will do, we will just interchange the position of next pointer and previous pointer of every node. So if you do this one, then what will happen? Currently one dot next, if you observe this next pointer, this is pointing to node 2. But if we interchange the position of previous and next pointer, then what will happen? 1 dot previous will become 2. Similarly 2 dot previous will become 3, and 3 dot previous will become 4. So basically we are going in backward direction. So if you observe this output now, 1 dot previous is nothing but 2, 2 dot previous is 3, 3 dot previous is 4. Similarly, when we interchange the position of previous and next node, then this next of node 4 will point to 3. Currently previous pointer of node 4 is pointing to 3, but if we interchange this pointer position of every node, then next node will now point to node 3, and 3 dot next will then point to node 2, and 2 dot next will point to node 1. So if you observe this output, 4 dot next is pointing to 3, 3 dot next is pointing to 2, 2 dot next is pointing to 1. Okay, so in order to reverse this linked list, we just have to interchange these pointers of every node, and it will solve our problem. Okay, so let us implement this approach. So what I will do, since I need to traverse through each node, let me first create a temporary pointer which will point to first node, and I'll create a while loop. So basically this while loop will run until this temp pointer reaches at the end. Okay. So now what we have to do, in every iteration we have to just interchange this next and previous pointer for every node. Okay. So I will write temp.previous comma temp.next equals to temp.next comma temp.previous. So basically temp.previous will now become temp.next, and temp.next will now become temp.previous. Okay, so we have interchanged the position of these two pointers simultaneously. Now once done, we will move this temp pointer to next node. So I will write temp equals temp.next. Okay, so this while loop will interchange next and previous pointer. So what was earlier pointed by next, now it will be pointed by previous. Okay. Now once we are done with this while loop and interchanging the pointers position for every node, what we have to do, we have to interchange the position of head and tail pointers also. Because earlier first node was this node 1, but now first node will become node 4, and last node was node 4. Now the last node will become node 1. So we have to interchange the position of head and tail pointers so that it will point to its respective position. So again what I will do, I will write self.head will become self.tail, and similarly self.tail will become self.head. So we can interchange the position of these two pointers simultaneously. So now we have interchanged the position of these two pointers, plus we have interchanged the position of head and tail pointers as well. Now we can say that our linked list has been reversed, and this is how the output should look like. Okay, yeah. So this is the approach that we have to follow. Now let us test our method whether it is working fine or not. So I will create instance of doubly linked list class and will create a new node with value 1, and then I will append these 4 nodes with value 2, 3, 4 and 5. So once we are done with this part, it will create linked list which will look something like this, what we are seeing in the upper half of this slide. Okay, so now let me print the value of nodes. So you can see the values are in sequence 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now what I will do, I will call our newly created method called reverse. So it will basically reverse the order of node, and before running it, let me use this print, and we will print after reverse, and then I will again call this print list method. Better let me put this line here. Okay, so we are creating doubly linked list, then we are implementing our reverse method in order to reverse the order of node, and then again we are printing the value of nodes in order to check whether the values are coming in reverse order or not. So let me run this part of code. Okay, so before reversal this was our original list. After reversal it has only printed node 5. Why? So okay, I got the point. So inside this while loop, once we have interchanged the position of pointers, then in order to go to next node, we can't write temp.next. We have to write temp.previous, because now we have interchanged the pointer of next and previous. So in order to traverse through list, we have to use temp.previous. Okay. So now again let me run this code. Yeah, great. So you can see this was the original linked list, and after implementing our method, it has reversed the original linked list, and this is what the value we are getting. So we can observe that the node has been reversed. Okay. Okay guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We will meet in our next video with a new challenge and with a practical interview question. So please stay tuned. Till then, take care and goodbye.